Okay. So, we are playing... Give it a second. Remains of Edith Finch, which I have no idea what this game is. I thought it was a mystery game. It's apparently an adventure game. That's loud. So I know nothing about this game. We had flowers, okay. And a book. Neat. Our arm is broken or something. But, so we're playing this for Extra Life. If you scroll down, if you're on Twitch on desktop, I have a panel now showing how much goal-wise we have so far. Okay. The Finches. Lewis, Milton, Edith. Edith is up there. She's still alive. Cool. 1999. Okay, so the bottom goes up. Okay. Sanjay, Gus, Gregory, Dawn, Kay, Sam. How come Sanjay, Kay, and Ingeborg don't have, and Sven don't have years? And Molly and Barbara and Calvin and Sam and Eddie and Odin. Odin! It's our great-great-great-grandfather Thor's dead? A lot of skipping. It would just say skip frames detected 65% a minute ago. Okay. Hang on. Let me, real quick, do this. Give me a second. Close that. Close this. Trying to close this. There we go. Alright. Only thing I have open. Hang on. Mechanic, go away. Only thing I have open. Hang on. Thought as those leaves are adopted people. You'd still have the years though. Of like when they were born, when they died, and all that. Okay, so the only thing I have open is OBS now, so we should be good. Let me just make sure if there's any subtitles that they're on. Lower music a bit. Whee! Spin! Brightness is fine. Alright, so again, I have no idea what this is. I have no idea how to play. Did I not just... How do I... Ah! Triggers.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Technically, there's subtitles. Alright. Alright, I'm moving. I am me. I have a ring on my necklace.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That is a weird looking house and I want to explore it. Why is our mailbox way out here? Orca's Island Gazette. Okay. Doesn't... What button? Okay, triangle is the pause menu. Got it. Really? R1 is what I use?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
And we close you. Okay. What do other buttons do? Oh, I can zoom. Okay, both those buttons zoom. Can I double zoom? No. Okay.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Okay, I push. Cameras.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Okay.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. No, wait, which way do I go? Down seems to lead to the house. But up could possibly also lead to the house. We're gonna go down. Unless she tells me otherwise, I'm going this way. Frogs! I hear them. Ribbit. The flash.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Oh, so it's your house. Okay.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I'm assuming it was 450s that donated because of the name.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
What is this tiny little house over here? Nope, I'm trying to look down. Oh, she's pregnant. I think. She's gotta be. It's probably also why I can't run. Okay. So, when I went to download this game, it said, which one do you want to download first? Play or create? So I don't know what that means. Is there a create mode in this? But how would that...
The house was exactly like I remembered it. The way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's weird and awesome. I want to go to the top room.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Did our husband die? Because we do have, it looks like an engagement ring on our necklace.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were.
Or she's not pregnant.
I was afraid of the house.
I don't know. I mean, she seems like she is from looking down, but not from the shadow. Or she could just have a little punch, that's okay. Okay, trigger.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Oh, okay, well.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
A lot of stuff in there. Okay. Okay, did we leave a key somewhere? How do we get in the house? Maybe a garage? Well, don't skinny shame either. Anybody's good. Can I go in this way? Yeah, okay. If she was pregnant, she wouldn't be doing that.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Saving. Some cleaning stuff. Lots of garden potting mix. That's pretty. Pool! With a Nemo! Not really Nemo, actually, but yeah.
For the first time in years,
Alright, so the last... Oh, hey look, Edith, Milton, Lewis, Don, Eddie. All the names. The, last calendar they have up is 2010, and she was born in 1999, and she's 17 now. I don't know what year that would make this. Don't want to do that.
I felt like I was home.
What's with all the cans of tuna? Of what I think is tuna. They look like tuna cans. Who was gonna make an apple pie?
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
And ramen, or Chinese things. Witch's Kitchen, I want that. In loving memory of Lewis Finch, beloved brother. Okay, that was her brother. Edith, Eddie, Dom, Lewis. Eddie. Eddie or Edie? That might be Edie. Okay. It was her older brother.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Wait a minute. Okay, I saw Molly, so I figured that was the cat. Or that was, I thought it would be like a leaf name.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Okay, so Edie had a wheelchair.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay. I didn't even notice the dishes.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
You got a lot of books. And that fireplace looks a little off.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Sank? What? Oh, up the chimney they go. Books are holding everything up. So I'm confused. Obviously we're probably gonna find out later, like, they didn't move. They left suddenly. That's what it seemed like. Go in there afterwards. What's this?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Is that Bigfoot? Bugs. Oh, it says Barbara on it. Okay. Maybe they were in the middle of moving?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay, so Louis died, Milton went missing. Alright. What is this? I saw this thing was in the other room. Why is this sealed up like this? Why can't I make a comment on it? And what was that? Also, number of books. Alright, there's Edie's chair. What do you say? We go upstairs first, we go downstairs first? Anything else this way? That's the way we came in. Upstairs? Alright, upstairs.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that. Sealed up all the bedrooms. Alright, well, that was Barbara's. Hang on, wait. So they said Sven made something for Barbara. Okay, there's Barbara. So I guess they've all lived here for a while.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
I'm just confused as to... Not really confused, I guess. That they each keep their own... Like, they keep their room after they die or something? I don't know. How many freaking books do they have? Oh my god! The number of books! Oh, that's why Bigfoot was there. Okay.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Okay. starring Bill Bunton as Bigfoot. Was there anything down this way? Yep. Ooh, what is this
I spent
room?
a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Why didn't they seal it up? Now, I know I hate the ocean, but this is pretty. Okay, Walter. Okay, there he is.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh, let's see if the key opens this. 20,000 links under the sea. Ah, hey. It opens this book that you could get a
Turns
copy
out,
of anywhere.
my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Up we go.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay, I want to go explore everything else first, because that's clearly the way we have to go. Whose room is this? Oh, Molly. Thought she was the cat.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Alright, so I guess just... okay, yeah. Alright. Alright, who do we have here? Gregory.
As a kid, I
This is
just
a bathroom.
assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Oh. Okay. So wait, when they died maybe is when they sealed them up? Okay, this one's got half moon, half not moon. Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Ah. Okay. Well then how come it doesn't say Sam here? Oh, it does say Sam here, but that just says Calvin. Okay. There was a path over here, because I know there's a lot more to go up, but I don't know what side of the house. If the front door is here, then up is that way. So, this shouldn't have to. Oh. Wait. That's the place I just went. Okay, wait, let's...
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. To the other room. What is this?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Okay, cool. Time to climb. Can I move this for easier climbage? No? Just going in? Alright.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Okay. Milton, hang on. Older than... okay. They were both older. She's the youngest. Got it. Oh! Basement! Forgot about the... I can't go back. Well, we'll probably be back. I don't know.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Where's your room? Maybe she's downstairs.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Okay, this is like a princess room. Neat. Molly. Wait.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Huh. Well, now we're in her room. We're gonna snoop.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its
Aww.
own even tinier gerbil cage.
Look it. It's wait. That was a tiny room of this room, or a tiny room for the gerbil? Also shark.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I'm wondering if this is actually the way the house looks, or if, like, parts of it are, like, with the way she remembers or something. I don't know. Okay, Molly Finch. Dear Diary.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
Are we
I
playing as
woke up
Molly
and
now?
I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
No. I don't like that the gerbil is right there. But are we playing as the child now? Look, we're tiny. The gerbil food.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay, not the gerbil. Gerbil's fine.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Okay, well hey, you have a secret thing in your room. Do you know of? Where was it that was secret?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Are those actual berries though? Probably not.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh no. Ah, no! What?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
You have a fish! I'm not gonna eat the fish! What does that say though? I thought about... Hi fishy. I'm not eating the fish, I'm not eating the fish, I'm not eating the fish!
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Oh no. Oh no.
And suddenly,
You were
I was a cat.
cat. I'm sorry. What? Is that why the cat's name is Molly? Hello. Jump. Oh!
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I don't know what I'm doing. Wait. I'm a kitty cat. Meow. Meow.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Hello. I'm your daughter. I'm purring. Where are we going? Oh. La la la. Ha da da. Ha cha cha. No, can't go there. Okay. Where are we going then? Down? Ah! The thing is, she wrote something about this afterwards, so she obviously turned back into a human unless she's a cat with opposable thumbs.
I jumped and I almost got her.
I'm upset that I can't eat bird. Hey, ho. Get up there.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Come on. Let me
Now
eat ya.
I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I don't think we're gonna land on our feet here. Oh, hey. Wait, you would climb this before as a child? Yeah. This is a weird game.
I gobbled her up,
Yum! But I also fell to my death.
and suddenly, I was an owl.
What?
First, all I heard was
Oh.
the wind.
Okay.
Then I
I'm
heard
alright with
little
this.
teeth
Kind
nibbling
of.
in the grass.
Oh, now we're gonna eat a mouse. Is she dreaming? What the hell? I think she got high off toothpaste. Am I actually controlling you? Whoa!
Rabbits.
Oh, rabbits. Oh, let's not eat the rabbits, please. Oh, diving! Oh! Hello! I got it.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Do they
I
eat it
swallowed him
whole?
up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Oh my
Then
god.
I flew off to
Child.
find something bigger.
Bigger! You just ate a rabbit! I can't look up, so I can't really see where I'm going.
A mama rabbit.
But we just ate a rabbit! Ah! I got a trophy, great
She was
owl.
almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. What? Ah! I'm a shark. I'm controlling this. Whee! This game is weird. I was not expecting this. Woohoo! Woo! To the water with me! Or car!
I rolled off a cliff
Whoa.
and into the ocean.
Great!
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Alright, I'm a shark, so I feel like I'm the meanest thing in here. So. Get the fish! Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted fat,
Oh,
juicy seals.
no, not the seal. Why are there even seals here? What's happening? I don't know where it went. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
what is wrong with this child? Hey, you're not dead yet. I'll put you in your misery. Come here.
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
It turned into what?
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I'm sorry, I'm a what now?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
What is wrong with this child? I mean, I would say octopus as well. But I don't think I've ever seen one this big. Nope, plain old monster.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh my. Okay, here we go. What is wrong with this child? She's having really weird dreams. This is really not what I imagined
I
when I
wanted to
picked up
stop,
this game.
but also I didn't.
Well, you're drunk. You're gonna get scared. Hey, door. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I went the wrong way. I have more than one arm. Hey, bud. Sorry about this.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have.
Oh, boy.
So I swam towards it.
We're the water monster. I have become what I fear.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell
Oh, is
went
this
into an
sand?
old pipe.
Okay. Now we're just going by holding one thing. I'll have to press buttons every time. Oh, up we go. There's a toilet. This is
I
like
got
watching a
closer
horror
and
movie.
closer.
To me! Not the gerbil. Nope, we're going this way. We will eat ourselves before we eat that gerbil.
All my stomach started growling,
We've become the monster under her bed.
and suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything.
Are we writing this down now?
Waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
This child needs to go to therapy. Alright, back to me now. Put that away. We don't want this anymore. No. What are we doing?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie
Are
would
we gonna
have.
go through each person and draw them? That's awesome. Okay, close your book. We're good. That is neat.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
What?
Before my mom sealed the doors.
Poor fish. That water would have been evaporated by now. Okay. Am I hearing a cat? Kitty?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Uh-oh.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
What's with all the cages? I guess she had birds and they died. Aw. Zerpy. Oh, there's names. I can't see them all though. Burpee. Herpy. Herply. Lurpy. Rob. Burpee. Bob. You don't have a name. And Derby. Okay. What is making that clinky sound? Is that me?
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Ah. Okay. Oh, his hat. This was her dad? Built 1937, Sven Finch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Because of a little forest fire.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Ah, okay. I was wondering why this was the room that was
It was a pretty
labeled.
big trace.
Yeah. Hey, another book. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edie. Another
There's
handle?
a secret in this bathroom.
Oh.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Okay, don't crawl through yet. Don't crawl through yet. Don't crawl through yet. Oh, she's doing it by herself.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
This house is awesome. Calvin. There's that thing. Dear. Milton. Oh, okay, this is now their room. Yeah, just push that, that's okay. Well, we're going in there in a second. Fort Calvin. I guess they were twins. One was an army guy, one was an astronaut, maybe. Nothing to say about this? Come on.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Oh, that's neat. Command center. Oh, and he has one too, kind of. Well, I don't want to mess with this. This is neat.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
We're doing his story now?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, we have a broken foot.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oh, Calvin was the space one, right? We just gonna keep doing this. Also, yes, I'm controlling this. Oh, hey, there he is. We're gonna look back and he's gonna be falling or something. What's that say? Wait. Oh, I can do both feet.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh, we're wait. What? Oh, we're so gonna...
Calvin! Dinner's ready!
No.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh, we're gonna jump.
I told him going around was impossible.
Up, but we're gonna try anyways.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Oh god. We're Calvin, okay. I thought we were Sam.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh dear.
then maybe he'd still be
God.
here. But I doubt it.
Oh god.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh, this is good.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, we did it! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Stop.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Okay. Yeah, that scares. Yeah, okay. Put that away.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
My heart actually is like, because it was in first person, so that was just a bit scary. Okay, put that away. Nope, wrong button. Alright, we missed Barbara. Let's get out of here now, please, thank you.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh, it's a caterpillar book. Look at that. Oh. Of course. Oh, up. Got it. This house is awesome.
The
I wouldn't fit
passages
anywhere
were a
here,
pretty
but, you know.
tight fit.
Hey, now we're out here.
They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Well, now we can go check out the basement real quick. Haha. Then we'll do Barbara. Uh-oh. Or I'm not allowed. Okay. This one's not labeled, so I feel like we will be back for that one, maybe. Oh, that's a saw that's painted on. That's neat. This game is awesome. Alright, back into the wine thing we go. Excuse me, 1 bottles.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
There's nothing to interact with. Oh, here we go.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
Jeez.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
I doubt the scream was the same.
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
No, because your voice is...
Getting better.
Your voice is higher when you're a kid.
I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Ah!
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Okay. I'm doing this, I guess.
And as she wound the key, she listened
Well,
for
the key
Rick.
shouldn't have been put
But
back.
The house was silent.
Oh, I'm doing this. Okay. And hey, no, this isn't Halloween.
She found
This is weird.
Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Ah, jeez. I mean, you probably found the blood too.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Jesus. Oh, I can just do this whenever. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to find something.
It rattled and grew still.
Gonna be Rick.
Oh dear!
Oh, okay. I'll hit you.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
The crutch.
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh, me again. Okay. Dude! mean, I can already see that we have to go... Wait, his room is... this one, right?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Will I be fighting? Oh, I can fight. Haha!
And he angry was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Okay, now we're in Molly's room. Nope, that's the bathroom. That's where we just came from. It's not sealed.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Hey, dude. Crap.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
By the time I get down there, he's gonna be gone. I'm ready. Yeah, he's gone. I'm ready!
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
I am prepared!
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Turn around!
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her.
What?
For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh, I was gonna say, what?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Alright, that was her story.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was.
Haha,
Maybe
joke.
what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Alright, close that. Now we know how to open the basement now. Back in here.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Because it would open the secret cube thing. And down we go. Aha! Down we go! Pool table.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Seems more like you'll get splinters down here than tetanus.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Okay.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Rick?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Shelter. Tasty beans.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Huh. Oh, well, here's his thing.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
He just stayed down here?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Peaches.
Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Oh, we're just gonna be doing this every time, aren't we? Oh,
But if
man,
you wait
10
long
years.
enough, you get used to anything.
I'm a bit confused.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
I guess the music... Did the music change? Because now it's like 70s music?
And then one day,
And now
everything just
Now it's 2005.
stopped.
That was more than 30 years.
Whatever that thing was, it was
I
gone.
thought I recognized the song.
Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Glug, 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 glug.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Look at the picture. Oh! Further down. Great. More books.
I know it's out there somewhere.
Have the nose. Extra crispy.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly
What killed
and
Molly?
Calvin.
Well, Calvin just flew.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Have you been...
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there,
Guess
I want
he's
you to
been
know I'm
making a
ready
tunnel?
for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
I mean, yeah, peaches
I
for
don't
the last
mind if I
30
only
years.
have a year left. Or a month or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Okay. Oh.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Okay.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Down we go. Put down. Down. There you go. I was gonna say there's a ladder there for a reason.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Alright, so he had a thing of trash down here. And a hole that went to the train tracks where he then died, and we're gonna get hit by a train.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
Maybe 2. Why maybe 2?
And found out what happened to everyone else.
Maybe because Milton's still missing?
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Well, hey, who knows? Okay. Why are there chairs in the trees?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
What the heck is that and how'd it fall?
But I thought you should know about your family.
She is pregnant. Maybe.
And the history you're a part of.
Go this way.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I don't know if I'm meant to be over here or what. Nope, okay. I mean, there's stairs here, so. Maybe she's not too pregnant that she can't do all this crawling and climbing and such. Because she's talking to an unborn thing. So, at least that's what I'm assuming. She could have also left the baby at home. I don't know.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Hey. Oh. So, we only went up like 1 floor. There's still so much to explore.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh, jeez. Are they all plotted out?
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Oh, there's so many.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh, Lucy, Daisy, all the little things are the birds. Tucker, Coco, Zoe. Oh, wait, they have... Oh, that one was a cat. Okay, that was a dog. There's a bunny, there's a fish. Another dog, cat, fish, bunny. Something I don't know what that is. Probably dog, frog.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Okay, we got Molly's the cat. We got Calvin with the moon and the thing. We got Sven and Edie. We got Walter. That somehow they knew he was underground, I guess. Or he probably told everyone. The star, Barbara. Is that everyone who died? I feel like there's more people.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Oh right, they said the house sunk or something. Didn't they?
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh! That, I guess they had a one house first or something? I don't know. Focus. Focus. How do I focus? Oh.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Aha, we missed
Her dad
Gus,
had been pretty
Gregory,
strict, but it
Gregory,
wasn't
and
enough
Sam.
to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Assuming that's the dad and the sons. And Lewis. Sanjay.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did.
Well,
I
that's not
get why
Finch.
she tried so hard to protect us.
Oh, if they don't have Finch, then they don't have... Then they're not on the actual tree, maybe. Because Edie... I don't know, maybe Edie was the Finch. And Sven kept the name? I don't know. And then Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
I don't know what that is. Hello, ghost boy. Really wish we had a run button.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Climbing.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
There you go. I was gonna say, why? Isn't there another way to get here? It's safer, perhaps? Okay, not walking on the glass. Is there a ladder on this side? Nope. Ladder on this side? Yes.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Going to assume this was his house. And by house, I mean room.
They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Oh, here we go.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Can't move besides this.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Oh.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Oh, there you are.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
What do we take pictures of? Anything?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Don't know what to take a picture of. Food! There we go.
Aw.
This is a neat way to tell a story, like they each have a different type of, thing. Like one was the comic book, this one's photographs. I don't know what else I'm taking a picture of.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hmm.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
That's funny.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin.
Oh, right, this is Sam.
That was a great trip.
Got it.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Sorry about the flashing, by the way.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Hurry up.
Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
More fish.
Let's see.
Bird!
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Oh, hey.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Wait, hang on. Wait, where are you? What? Oh, okay.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh, great. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh. Don't take a picture of her crying in the background.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that,
Look,
okay?
I'm looking now. Oh, I set the timer. Quick, 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 get up there. Get up there.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Is that how he died? Oh my god. Jeez.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
He also not gonna write down what Dawn was? Also, when did the names turn blue? Alright, well that sucks. That's like an actual people picture. Actually, most of these are. Alright. His room is sealed,
Instead of hiding
course.
from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Meh. Okay, who's K? I'm expecting some sort of hidden thing. Maybe we just leave? I don't know. I mean, I would expect something over here. It's very hard to see. Where is his room anyways? I don't think you can get there from... Yep, okay. I don't think it'd make me go all the way back. So let me go back up here. There's gotta be some sort of hidden thing. Oh, here it is. More secrets. Oh, memories.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Is her mom Dawn? Wait. I think her mom is Dawn, and then Sanjay might be their dad? Yeah, okay, cause it was Odin and what's her name? Edie and Sven, Sanjay and Dawn, and Kay and Sam. Cause there was a K thing in there. Oh, Gregory's room. Why was he a baby and why is he not? What? Oh boy. I guess he died as a baby. Great. Or... Alright,
Dear
so
Kay,
Kay and Sam both got...
do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Bathtub! At the ducky!
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. I gotta keep moving, I guess. Up, frog. I'm playing as the frog. I'm a froggy. Woo, I'm a froggy. I'm a frog. Woohoo!
Watching over Gregory. It's time.
No, frog. Frog.
Hold on, sweetie.
Frog.
Hello?
Frog.
Sam,
Frog.
I told you I don't want
Frog.
to talk right now.
Frog ignoring that bad sadness. Frog. Duckies and frogs. More duckies. Wait, get down and up. It's hard to tell where they are. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. Yay! Whale! Woo!
Lost in his imagination.
Help the whale. Fall. Knock down the letters. People are trying to keep up with the frog. Go down. The G and the Y. What's the whale say? Gregory! Yeah! Oh, more people! Up we go. Woo!
I know how silly
More
this is.
things! Don't drink that.
But I worried about a baby being too happy.
Bubbles. Bubble, 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 bubbles.
More
More bubbles! More bubbles! Oh,
Sorry about that, Gregory.
but no!
Everything you could.
No! I was having
If I hadn't
fun.
called that night.
Damn it.
I was having fun.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Haha! Oh no. Help me turn the water back on, I guess.
I wish
We're gonna
you
drown.
told us about the world I saw.
Turn it off now. No! Turn it off now! Turn it off! Turn it off! Don't kill me! No!
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory.
I'm a frog!
About everything.
Oh, the plug.
I know what happened wasn't your fault.
I mean, it was the frog's fault. The frog turned the water back on. She had obviously pulled the plug.
Sure as hell.
Back to, what are we doing? Can we go back to the normal
I
world?
want you to be happy too.
I'm getting sad.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh, that was happy and then it wasn't. He was one! I didn't even notice the year. I didn't even notice that one. Okay, close that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was a bad frog.
I can't
All right.
imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and
Gus.
yet
Poem for Gus. Why is it on his...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard.
I'm a kite!
Before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our
I'm
yard.
a kite. I'm a kite. Woohoo, I'm a kite. I'm a kite. I'm a kite with the words. I'm a kite.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. Make him try.
Type up. Yeah, attack of the kite. Attack of the killer kite. For the most part, these things... Oh, that's gonna fall on him, isn't it? All these things seem to include when the person dies.
When the time
So
for
this is
photos
so
came,
gonna-
Dad ordered him to
Come here.
But
No.
Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
No. The wind's gonna knock this thing over on my head now. It's gonna kill me. Or that bird's gonna land on it.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
This is gonna fall on me. This is gonna fall on me. It's gonna fall on me. Where's the tent? Yeah, destroying. In other words.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh, I forgot it's supposed to be a poem. Woohoo!
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry.
Give me all the stuff. Give me all of the stuff.
Said this was make the music louder.
Give me all the stuff. I'm a tornado.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
Whoa!
But I didn't. Until we found you.
Or maybe the tent took him out, I don't know.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Alright, so we have Edie, Odin. I don't think we're writing about the leaved ones. Lewis and Milton left. What is? Nice flag, breakfast, okay. You're gonna make a. Okay.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Yep, we get to see what killed Edith Finch, I guess.
At the time, it was as far away as
we're
she could
playing
go.
hers the entire time, so she has to die at the end of this. Or just what remains of her is the story that she's telling after she gives birth. Dawn and Sanjay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Mathematics, geography, ew. Fly to India. Ooh, Amanda something. I forget what they're called. The designs. Alright.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh, I thought this was her story. Okay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Lewis is the one
when
that
my
we
dad
know is
died,
dead.
I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
And Milton's the
I'm
one
sure
that's-
Edie was happy to have her back.
This was mine.
And to see kids in the house again.
This was mine.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
What level are we on? How many more do we have to go?
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
She taught them
But
all
it
here?
didn't last.
What does it say that? Oh. Why are there only two? Lewis Earls. I thought... What? Family history, fact or fiction. Scientific method.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Okay, he'd be 27 if the year is this year, but I don't know if it is or not. Okay, you might be like, why is she having this reaction? Because
I
this
think
is
Edie was
the unfinished
happy to finally
swan.
have another painter in the family.
The stuff in this room seems to be from the unfinished swan. At least that picture does. And I maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe they're connected. I have no idea. that's what it seems like, because I remember seeing this. And most of it was like a black on white type thing. I don't know if they're related at all. Oh dear. Oh, going up, watch your head.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Yeah, cause that symbol. With the mustache and the crown. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Oh, this way. Oh! Deception. He went in the door!
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Where's that door that he drew? Let's go in it.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
The door! The door! He went through the door!
Whatever Milton had found in the house,
I need to Google
Mom didn't want it getting out.
The Unfinished Swan and this, because I swear they have to be either made by the same thing, because that symbol. Hang on. What remains of Edith Finch, the Unfinished Swan? What remains of Edith Finch Easter egg is canon? What does that mean? Hang on. Trivia. Many of Milton's... Besides Milton being the king from the Unfinished Swan, another game by Giant Sparrow, his room has several other references. Okay, so it's the same... Okay, it's the same people. He is the king. I don't think I've ever played that on stream nor on YouTube, but I do have that game.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Ah. This is his room.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Oh! I know why. Okay. His room is a boat. Don't touch anything in here, you're pregnant.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Locker contents.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, sorry. Do it. Yep. Okay. Oh, this way.
He kept working at the cannery.
Okay.
But he withdrew part of himself.
Okay.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
I need another fish. I need another fish. What is that? I can't tell what that is. I can't do anything.
wander.
Oh, hey, look at that. Am I a wizard? Oh, I'm too stupid at once.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
Oh, no.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh, no, can't go that way. Or maybe I have to go that way? Probably. Oh, wait, right. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, wait.
And things that have not names.
Oh, great. Things that have no names.
He knew it was all in his head.
Fish! Aha!
But he took
I
it
now
very
have fire.
seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Fish, come on.
But he found something more.
Oh, now we're in 3D!
I worried about him then.
Before, but, you know.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even
It's getting
encouraged.
bigger.
It seemed very promising at first.
Dog.
He
This is
told
so
me he'd
weird.
made a new friend.
Dog! Come on, dog!
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
There we go.
He built the city up slowly, brick
Hey.
by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
Oh, hello.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Our head's gonna get chopped off at some point, isn't it?
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Of course he did. Mario!
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, there we go. Now my ship.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
New Louisville.
St. Louis.
Avoid the rocks.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Make it blue.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh, so we went insane. I'm in the middle of sailing here. I can't just stop.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Oh, wait. Fritz.
Beautiful prince.
Yay, horses! Okay, Mom. Alright, shiny.
The prince was on his own quest for
Radiant rainbows! Wait, no. So just, rainbows.
radiant rainbows.
Yeah, rainbow!
He followed the sound of his
Electric sitar! Electric sitar! I like my sitar. I like my sitar.
electric sitar.
Wherever I go. Oh. No. It's probably a trophy to go through all the rainbows and then all the music stuff.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Hello, I'm here now.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh, I can barely see. Hey,
He knew
come back!
the world was all in his imagination.
Come back, there's so much fish. Ah, fish getting too fast for me. Fish, no.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Yeah. I'm in.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Oh. There you go. Hello, people.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Come back. Let me love you.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Hello. Nope, fish can't do no more. Oh. What? Now we are here. What? This is my locker. I can tell because there's stuff up there. I has a game thing? Neat. Oh.
He began to forget the world we know.
Well, why is it going in the water?
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Is that me? Oh, wait, am I playing? I'm playing as this one. Okay. Hey, Lewis.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hey, Lewis, I'm gonna kill you. That's probably how we do this, right? Hey, Lewis, look at me, Lewis. I'm you, but better. Hello. You're not doing anything. So what do I do? Shall I go up?
I still thought I could save him.
Bye, other Lewis.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Out I go.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Hello? Yes, hello.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Cat? Oh, the kitty! Oh, it's Molly. Hi, Molly. You're huge. Why am I tiny?
His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Hang on, I'm almost there. Hang on. Almost there. Got the horse.
Bend down his head.
Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do that. No, I'll go over here. Oh. crown there. Okay.
And the
Got
rest
it.
I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
I didn't know this is how it would end. I just thought we'd chop off a hand or something and we were in the nut house. I don't know. Great.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Why did you draw him as the man he was? He was a king too. Alright. We got the mom and we got the grandma and the grandpa. Great. Yeah, I thought it would just be a hand, not a head. Jeez. Oh my god, this gaming system and a bong and a other thing and all this stuff and he has a ball as a chair. Marijuana. Okay, get me out of here. Oh.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them.
Oh.
He died a lot. On the way back from Lewis's funeral,
Is this our
my
room
mom
now?
told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
This has got to be our room because it's the very top. And we're the youngest.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Why is there like a whole kitchen up here? Did Edith and her mom live here?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Okay, we both lived up here. Couldn't even get our own room. Oh, she wrote a book. Neat.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Now our room. Of course we have to climb to our room. Why not?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Are we crawling right now? Yeah. Alright. Some journey just to get to our bed. And now we write.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Thank you, bye. Okay, I'm a child now.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Into the library I go. With all the books we have, we should have more libraries than just this one.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
I feel like, okay, we're doing Edie's now. I feel like it's not the story's fault.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Oh dear.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd
we
been
going to
an
the house?
earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Just keep going forward. Don't turn. Oh dear.
I got turned around.
Oh dear. Look for the red.
For a while, I wandered.
It turned me just now.
I started seeing things.
Hey, dear. Hi, dear. I mean, as long as you don't turn
Things I'd
your body and
forgotten
keep going
had
forward,
ever
you're fine.
existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh, you're kind of old here.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try.
Oh, I didn't even notice the house was
What are you
normal.
doing in here?
No!
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
Dawn, please.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
I never got to finish reading it.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
No, Edie.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
No.
After that, we moved around a lot.
Down inside. What? This is what Fish does.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it,
How do blow?
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Oh. Neat.
The last Finch left alive.
Ominous.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
We're a baby now. I think.
This journal was supposed to be for you.
I think we're a baby. Can we get there faster? If I hold it down, will it go fast? No.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Don't go into the light.
I guess if you're
It's
reading
terrible
this
out
now,
here.
things didn't work out that way.
Heartbeat, 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 and we're born.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed
on the
that
boat,
any of
that
us
was
ever had a chance to be here at all.
baby, not us.
Good luck.
The one who broke her arm. Because it didn't even occur to me that we didn't have a broken arm the entire time. Which was our son. What happened to him? And also, who put us up here? I don't know. Maybe? Also, the chimney up there. And stuff is different about it because there's no boat. Story by Giant Sparrow. Shirley Dallas, 1948 to 2013. Ian Dallas, creative director. This is a neat way to do credits. I'm still confused about the cat thing. Yeah, baby. Yeah, this was a very awesome to play story. Very, like... Obviously, the only thing I can think of that's similar to this, in a way, is The Unfinished Swan. Which I feel like we should play after this. Because I still have a lot more time than I thought I would. Obviously, I let the credits play. I'm gonna check what the trophies I missed were. Let's see. There's the boat. I have 10% of the trophies. I got 2 trophies, that's it. Everything ends. Finish all stories. That should do this one. Oh, look closer. Look at all peepholes long enough to hear Edith's commentary. I did that. Thanks, Joanne. What is that one? See Joanne's name in the ending credits. Okay. So, basically just do the credits. Loop-de-loop-de-loop. Play Calvin's story again. Clear the table. Clear all balls off the pool table. I would never have thought to do that. Let him finish. Let the drunken sailor finish his song. Take both paths to the house. I mean, I could totally restart and do the, that stuff again, because that stuff's not that far into the game. So I'll restart. I'll go through the top entrance this time. I'll try... And telescopes. There's only one telescope. Unless I missed one. The Great Owl was catch 2 rabbits with only 2 swoops. And the Gregory was knock all the letters of Gregory's name into the bath. The owl. I don't know if I've ever heard that. Heard of that, game or story or whatever. Nope, never heard of that. Weird. I love that. Let him finish. Oh, playtesters. You have enough books. Yeah. Wasn't as many as I thought it'd be. Yay! The end. The replay a story option is available now. Oh, okay. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Ah, okay. So I can go back and just do the ones I need to do. Nice. Alright, so I need to do Molly's again. I need to do Calvin's again. Okay, thank you. Replay. Let's do Calvin first, because he's easy to do, and we'll get that out of the way. It's just swinging on a swing. So, height warning, again. Although, it did say finish all stories, and I didn't get that trophy. So. Oh good, it starts me here.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
There's a,
And that he never talked about it.
I need to remember which one the starts near.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Walters does. Boop. Maybe I have to go replay
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch.
Edith's story?
The thing I remember
Or Edie's?
is
Not
that
Edith's.
when he made up his mind, that was it.
Alright, swing!
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh, my brain.
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Woo.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here.
Oh god.
But I doubt it.
I think it's one more time.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Yep. Here we go. Or not.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Now, here we go. And around. Around. Around.
The day he
Fly.
made up his mind to fly.
Okay.
And he did.
My brain hurts.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
We never got Odin. How do we get Odin? Give me my trophy. Thank you. Okay, Molly, time for you. Nope, nope, there we go. Yes, please. Okay, we gotta be a cat again. And then an owl. And then a monster. I have to let him finish this time. I'm confused though. It says finish all stories. I finished all stories.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
Hey, this time we'll do the fish thing.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
And gerbil
The
food.
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Christopher's like, please don't eat me. Molly, thank you.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night.
Bed.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
I was a cat.
I was a cat.
Meow. Come here, you.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Gotta catch you.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could tell she was getting really tired.
Where am I? Yeah. Yeah.
Now I was up in the big tree.
Meow.
I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
Meow, 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 meow.
All I cared about was
Meow, meow,
eating
meow,
a
meow, meow,
gobble.
meow.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Where's that rabbit? No. No cat ears, I don't have any.
Rabbits.
There's one. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. Rabbit. I'm sorry.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
And again, you found another rabbit that's not bigger.
A mama rabbit.
And swoop. Yeah.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
I missed Odin.
Suddenly,
I missed this story. I don't know what his story was. Oh, apparently you can replay even undiscovered stories. I forgot that we turned to a shark. Woohoo! Sharky! Woohoo! 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 Go ahead, big hog.
I
Thank
rolled
you.
off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier
Whoa.
than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Well, sorry. I'm sorry.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Come here, you.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I missed one of the peoples at the start of the game. Ah!
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Alright, yeah, let him finish this time.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Alright, you, I don't have to wait for.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? And the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter.
No, 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 no. Getting too close to it. I'm going to assume that once he finishes, I'll get the trophy, then I can eat it.
drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him.
Dude, finish your song.
Scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Heave-ho, she rises, heave-ho, she rises, heave-ho, she rises in the morning.
Ah, okay, buddy, you finished on me. Alright, I don't really need to... Okay, hang on. Okay, I can redo Odin's, which will then let me play it for the first time. I don't know where we unlock it, because I totally missed it. I don't know where his room was. I don't even think he had a room. Here we go. Okay, in Edith's room. Okay. Where's his? Ah!
Lewis died a week before we
No,
left,
that's Lewis.
but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Ah! Okay. That's why he didn't get one of those.
Her room was like a museum.
Ah, here he is. Didn't even occur to me that we didn't get to... Oh, okay, this one's
For
cool.
500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Hold it down.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife, Ingeborg, and their newborn son, Johan.
So
On
what's the
January
curse? That people
7th,
just keep dying?
1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
I think it's the house, buddy.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Well, that's it then. Will I get a trophy now? I guess you don't
Whatever's
know.
wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Trophy? 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 Ah, there we go. Alright. So it's Barbara's that we... Ah, get over there. It's Barbara's that we go down to the basement. But then it's Walter after that. I don't remember. Let's go Barbara. If we have to watch her thing again, it's fine. Actually, I'll load up Walter real quick and see what his is.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Load, please. Actually, can I skip through? I feel like it shouldn't let me skip through.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's...
Oops, nope, wrong button. Well, here. Let's try you first. Because maybe I can backtrack. Because it was through the refrigerator that we got to him. So. loading, or am I not allowed to go? It seems to be loading. Full table, I'm coming for you. Thank you, Walter. How do I, what? How do I do it? How do I do it? Oh, when I'm playing as her. Got it. Back to Barbara. Because she has the crutch you can swing around. Got it. That makes a lot more sense. And then I just gotta go back to the beginning and go the opposite way that I went to the house
Growing
and
up,
look through effects.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Right, I have to turn.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate
Whoops. Again, not triangle.
family. I'm calling it
Alright, I
the
can't skip this.
surprise ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need
Don't
the
lie
right
to her.
motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to
crash
from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Gimme. Inside. Get off of that thing. Thank you. Alright. If I go start with Edith, then it should go back to the very beginning. I can choose the other path. And then...
lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay. Now there's a fence here I need to look through at some point. So hang on.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Zip, turn.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a
someone
key
says that
but
it's not
didn't
actually
tell me what it
required for the
unlocked.
trophy.
Maybe she thought I'd know.
So I don't know which one I missed.
Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Well, I'll recheck the ones that are in the main part of the house. 'Cause I know I looked through... Did I look through the library door? I didn't look through the library door. I don't think I did. That might be the one I
No
need.
one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh! I did it by accident. I honestly did this by accident. Alright, well. Hey, you. What's up? Bye. Alright, we'll try the library door. That's the only one that I can think of that I didn't look through. I
The
think I looked
truth
through all.
is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
There's the castle, there's our room at the very, very tippy top.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
In I go. To the library door.
The doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
And not pregnant.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
We good? Is that it? That all I need to do? Give me the trophy, please. It's not gonna give me the trophy, is it? Hey, what happens if I just do this automatically? This made me stop. Alright.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Let me do them again.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
We got those 4. Technically, Odin wouldn't it? What? Okay, the things that are listed. The library door, Molly's bedroom, Barbara's bedroom, Sven and Edie, which was technically that one that said Gregory. No, it's not. I never saw... Did I no, yeah, no, that's Molly's room. That's Walter's room. I know we saw Molly's.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Okay, hang on, wait. There's Barbara's. Nope, that door's been locked. I don't think we ever get up there. Oh, wow, I missed Sven and Edie's door. Right here.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
I do believe that is all of the trophies for this. There's no platinum for this game. But I do believe that was all the trophies. Yep, that's all. Alright, so I didn't need to look through the fence one. Alright. Well, I still have about 40 minutes left of my 3 hours. I can either switch to the Unfinished Swan, or I can just play Pac-Man, because I do have Pac-Man, or something like that. So, arcade game, or Unfinished Swan. Which basically I play as a child who throws paint at stuff. It's a blank thing, and as you throw paint, it colors what things are. I'm thinking maybe I did do it on a stream, because I remember talking a lot during it. Not that I don't always talk when I play games by myself anyways, but... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream real quick. Change up everything that's there. I might have played it before, honestly. I can't scroll back to see what I played. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream real quick, change up all the stuff, load up Unfinished One, which should still be installed on my thing. If not, it shouldn't take that long.